The British stole over 2 billion pounds sterling from Ashanti. How much is 2 billion pounds in Ghana money? Ashanti says that the British stole 2 billion pounds. Over 2 billion pounds. My brother, my sister, how did the British steal the British pounds? What is it that the British actually stole? Worth over 2 billion pounds. Today we are doing history. Come here, my youth. Asante is talking. Run it, my youth. And watch the story. Asante narrates events that led to the famous Segranti War. Watch this. Asante commemorated the 150th anniversary of the Segranti War, which took place in 1874 as part of celebrating the Silver Jubilee of Otumfuo Osetutu as Asante last week. On Tuesday, February 6, 2024, a symposium was held at the Great Hall of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, NUST, to mark the famous war between the Asantis and the British. Also on Thursday, February 8, 2024, a commemorative Deba dubbed Kuntunkuni was held to commemorate the ravages of the war in Kumasi, which had the Asante, the paramount chiefs and queen mothers of Asante, as well as leading political figures in the country, all in attendance. Speaking to the Deba. At the Deba, the Asante, Otumfuo Osetutu II, narrated the events that led to the Sagranti War. And he talked about the Sagranti War. Now dash this away and bring me the story about the stolen artifacts. Now the stolen artifacts came because of the Sagranti War. The British is now loaning, my brother, my sister, all this. And interestingly, loaning all the artifacts that they stole from Asante mine back to Ashanti. And Asante is telling us why he agreed to that deal. All right, let's continue with the Sagranti story. Continue with the story so that we will understand the story properly. Watch it. Now, according to him, the British started the war without instigation from the Asantis and their leaders. Come here. Hi. Watch this. He said that the British invited the then Asante for a meeting during the Gold Coast era. However, even though he sent a delegation to meet them, they decided to attack with the excuse that their meeting was rejected. Today is a day of sadness and happiness. The sad part is that we are remembering when the whites attacked and destroyed our land without any provocation. We didn't go to their country, we didn't do anything to them, and we didn't flout any of their laws. At that time, they, the British, had already taken over some parts of Ghana. So they said that because they wanted to live in harmony, they had to engage Ashanti because of our kingdom. Because our kingdom had stretched all over the country. So they sent a message that they wanted to meet Nana, the Otumfuo. Nana asked them what the issue was and told them he wanted no war. He said in Twi. The Otumfuo added, my uncle Kwekudria took over and he also didn't want to fight. So he decided to send a delegation led by the Bantama to go and meet them, the British, to find out what the issue was. All we heard after that was that you people don't want to meet us, so we will come and fight. He said that the British wanted the war because they were envious of how the Ashanti kingdom had spread across Ghana and the world. He added that the British attacked the kingdom, saying they came and overran us, burned our treasury, and stole the golden stool. everything in it. The Asantehene also said, items the British stole from the Ashantis are worth over 2 billion pounds. Did you see that? 2 billion pounds. Now on Tuesday, when the Ashanti professor Tom McCaskey, who wrote the book, was speaking, he said they stole 400,000 ounces of gold. He said that the stolen items are worth 2 billion pounds today. Dash it away. My brother, Asantehene has spoken. And watch this. 2 billion American dollars. 2 billion British pounds. Today, this is what is worth. I can't even pronounce this. That is what is worth today in Ghana City. My brother, my sister, it's worth 31 billion plus. And these are some of the things that they stole. Oh my God. Now, my brother, look at this man. Very greedy, dirty man. He was called Garnet Worsley. Sir Garnet Worsley. He was a British commander and an army officer. He was a major general. He was the one who was sent by the British to come and ransack the Ashantis. He was the one who came over and invited the Ashantis to come over in 1874. Beginning January 31st. Sir Garnet Worsley, my brother, my sister, invited the Ashantis to come over and meet with the governor. And the Bantamahene, my brother, my sister, Amankwetia the first, he was their chief warrior. My brother, my sister, chief warrior. The Ashantis also had, later in life, great warriors like Opoku Frede Frede. Amankwetia the first was a war general, powerful, but he lost his life. Now the war was called the Sagranti War, or the Battle of Amweful. And Sagranti War was because of the pronunciation, Sir Garnet. The Ashantis were not used to names like that. In fact, Africans are not used to names like Sir Garnet. So it got mispronounced as Sagranti. So it became known as Sagranti War. We treated this in the African history class. You can check it out on our channel called the African History Class. My brother, when Amankwetia and the Ashantis were forced to go to war, over 40,000 Ashantis were slaughtered, including Amankwetia himself, the war general. It was terrible. They destroyed Amweful, which is just around Bekwai. That was where the battle was fought, in the forest. They slaughtered the Ashantis. They had prepared for war. The Ashantis were not ready for any war. But they still had to go and defend themselves. This is what you call a great kingdom. After the British defeated the Ashantis and slaughtered their war general, they now had a field day to steal from the Ashantis. And this was the third Anglo-Ashanti War. They had other wars. The Ashantis were a threat to the British.